Everybody is on probation. Travel becomes a privilege. It's not a right. You just can't up and travel when you're on probation. Just like you can't up and move. You have to go through what we call an ICOTS, interstate. And you have to go through that in order to move to another state. Those rights are taken away because those are privileged. So you lose those type of rights when you are on probation.
If it was a right, you could not lose it.
Hmm?
I said if it was a true right, you couldn't lose it.
Well, the extensional civil rights versus the rights because you're an American citizen. And when you lose certain rights when you are a felony, just like the right to bear arms, those are rights that you lose when you become a convicted felon. So there are certain rights that you definitely can lose. Okay, let's move on. You would, okay, and what's your mother's name?
Eddie Banks.
Eddie Banks? Oh, you have the same, but it's with the A, isn't it? Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Eddie Lee.
Eddie Lee? Okay. Okay, you will not possess, carry on any firearm. You will not possess, carry on any weapons without, you can't have any weapons or anything in your home. So you have to make sure all of your guns, ammunition, anything that is considered to be a weapon out of your house, except for some people say, well, what about my knives that are in the kitchen? Well, as long as they're in the kitchen and not underneath your bed or pillow, because that can be seen as a weapon. That's part of probation, okay? You will live without violating the law. A conviction in court of law shall not be necessary for such a violation of law to constitute a violation of probation. What that's basically saying you're in a car with somebody and they are doing something criminal. And, well, we'll do that later. Say, for instance, you're breaking a law and you got arrested and you say, I didn't do this, though. You automatically, a violation of probation is automatically going to be foul on you. And then you will be held in what you call a non-bond, so a no bond, until you meet with your judge that placed you on probation, okay? So, and then that's when everything is dealt with at that moment. Now, you will not associate with any person engaged in criminal activity. Now, say, for instance, you with somebody and they are engaged in criminal activity and you don't leave, you stay there, say they smoking marijuana and you're there. And then I get a call from the police or they went ahead and arrest and you're in the police statement, they send me a report showing that they didn't arrest you, however, you were around the people who were arrested and they had marijuana and drugs that they shouldn't have in their possession. Then that is also a violation of probation because you associate with people who are engaged in criminal activity, okay? You will not use intoxicants to assess or possess any drugs in the college unless prescribed by a physician. Nor you visit places where intoxicant drugs or other dangerous substances are unlawfully sold, dispensed, or used. So basically, you need to stay away from anything that's illegal. You work diligently at a lawful occupation, advise your employer your probation status, and support your dependents to the best of your ability. Do you have any children?
2.
So basically, you only been arrested based on this one thing. All of this stuff is surrounded by all of this.
My right and freedom to come.
I noticed, I'm just saying, seems like this is the first time you get in trouble as far as arrested.
I'm not in trouble now. I'm not in trouble now. It's just I'm under a criminal tyrant. That's all.
Okay, you will promptly and truthfully answer all inquiries directed to you by the court or the officer and allow your officer to visit your home at your employment site or elsewhere, and you will comply with all instructions your officer may give you. You will pay restitution, court costs, and fees according to the special conditions imposed. You will submit to a random testing, so you do have to submit to a drug test, and somebody will be watching you while you urinate in a cup. Okay, that's part of probation. You will submit, when you went to court, did they do a DNA? Okay. You will submit to taking a digital. You already did that. That's already. Okay, the total amount of your, I gotta get the information on that, of your restitution is $2,000. You will have a no contact directly or indirectly with the victim or the victim's family. And of course, like I said, that's an organization, so you have no direct or indirect contact with Fannie Mac.
I am the victim.
Okay. Well, I'm going over the probation orders for the person that's on probation. And at this time, in my face, at this moment, it says Eddie Banks. Okay?
That's my instrumentality.
Defendant, and we already went over this, defendant can only file any documents with the county recording office through a Florida bar attorney. Defendant to stay away from the county recording office. You can't even go to the county recording office. If I get something that you're there at the county recording office, I do have to go ahead and submit that letter to the judge, let them know that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Okay? Defendant to come to the courthouse after request of the state attorney to sign any documents to correct any issues related to this case. And that's the 6991. And I think both of them is on both of the orders.
I thought involuntary servitude was against the law in the States, the United States.
Okay. I need you to sign this and date it.
What's today's date?
Today is November the 19th.
2012.
Mm-hmm.
May I have a copy of that?
Yes, I'm going to give you a copy of this before you leave. Okay, the other one is on the other case that you're on for, and that's on the 342. And basically, you have a restitution of $2,365. Your cost of supervision is waived. No contact directly or indirectly. The same type of conditions you have on the other one, you have on this case as well. Only thing is different is that you have an increase on the restitution. Okay. Do I need to go over all of this again? Okay, this one right here is to the restitution. Demure. I don't know. I gotta look it up. It says Daniel. Daniel Demure is the person that you'll be paying restitution to. What's the other person?
Very interesting that they were the ones who stole money from me.
And Steve McAleer. McAleer or something. Steve McAleer. That's your one that you have to pay the restitution to. And then Daniel Demure is who you have to pay restitution to. Okay?
He stole all of my property and I have to pay him restitution.
I only say what's on the order.
But it's not a valid order.
Okay, so on this one, what you're on probation for in this case is 1 through 5 years for stimulation of legal process. Everything is the same. Do you want me to read all this to you again about the probation and everything?
No, it's not necessary.
Okay. Let me need to sign and date for you.
$19th again, right?
Yes. Okay. He was here last I saw him, but it may be during his lunch hour, so he could be in the conference room.
Oh, that's before it closed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so under what they're saying, you're not going to get yourself in trouble by filing something on the judge?
Is slavery really that instituted in the state?
Huh?
Is slavery really that instituted in the state?
Where are you from?
I'm from up north, Maryland.
No, what I ask you is that on this, with this order, are you still are you filing that on the judge based on the orders here?
I've already filed it again in the case. Here's a copy, 40 pages. And that's an action in the House of Representatives to have him impeached.
Huh?
That's an action in the House of Representatives to have him impeached.
Oh, I see. And so what you're going to do, mail that to whom?
It's already been filed in the court case to give him 21 days to respond.
So
Tomorrow,
he already have that in front of him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow is the 21st day. I have my default. I'm going to take my default, file it in the court record, get a court certified
copy. So you
copy.
want to the court record?
The court.
Oh.
The clerk of the court.
Okay. But the clerk of the court, I'm giving you your order so you can review them again, okay? Because remember, I think that's one of the things that they're asking, they're telling you to stay away from.
So I have to stay away from the clerk of the court?
Let's see. County record office. You finna to stay away from the county recording office.
That is not the clerk of the court. Or is it?
County recording office, I thought this was the same as clerk of the court, but you can go ahead and find out for sure. Because I thought it was the same and the same, so maybe I'm wrong. But you need to find out. Because I thought the county recording is the same as the clerk office because it's called Broward Clerk Office, which is the county clerk's office. But like I said, I could be totally wrong. So you need to clarify it when you go speak to the state office and ask them, is that the same? That's what y'all saying in here. You can take these orders to them and say, hey, I'm under the assumption that I can't do this. Are you talking about I can't go downstairs on the first floor and file anything? Is that what y'all saying? Or, you see what I'm saying? You can ask them to get clarification since you're going to actually be there talking to Kate. That's what I would do if I was, trying to get some understanding of what they're saying. And then if you have an issue with it, that's when you take it back to the judge. Well, you already found the issue with it, so. But they're not saying you can't file, they're just saying that you do have to have legal representation. Yeah. Based on your probation. That's what gives them right to tell you this, because you're on probation. If you weren't on probation, then they wouldn't have no right to tell you that. You understand that, don't you?
I understand that I'm dealing with criminals. And there's no proof otherwise. I have criminal affidavits, nothing being rebutted, but I'm the one that's being victimized. That's rich, really, really rich.
And of course, there's a high possibility one would tell you that you have a right to your perception, but there can be another side to it.
There is no other side when the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And I've been victimized by a corporate court that's operating outside of the jurisdiction and scope of the Constitution of Florida.
Of their power? Is that what you're saying?
They don't have lawful power.
I said of their power? Is that what you're saying?
They don't have lawful power. It's by domestic terrorism, violence, kidnapping, threats.
All right. This is that.
Okay.
And this is that. And then you can get some clarification if that's talking about the downstairs court office. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Okay, what we're going to do now is go get what you have to pay, and then once we have that, then I'll go over what you have to pay and the requirements of that, okay? Let's go this way. You can leave that. Yeah, you can leave it to something like that. And you're going to go straight right into the copy where I took the picture at. You used to play basketball?
No.
You like the sport.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go back to my office. Alrighty. This is going to go over your monies on how it's calculated for everything to be paid off by October the 25th of 2017. Okay, this right here is your DC number. This right here is when you started probation. This is the end term of your probation. These are the people in whom you owe, and this is your case number. And you owe Daniel Demir $2,365, Stephen McAleer $2,000, and the Department of Correction one-time drug test fee of $30. The total amount, including the surcharge, is $4,570.80. If you pay $91.46 a month, then you'll have everything paid off by that time. And that'll be before your, no. You'll have everything paid off by these given dates right up here.
And who is this?
June the 27th.
Money's supposed to be paid to.
It's going to be paid to the Department of Correction. I'm going to show you how you do that.
I would like to use my exemption to do that.
I have to direct you and instruct you on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you to follow it or not.
Okay, I'm just saying I want to use my exemption.
Okay. Right here, you indicate your DC number. Your Department of Correction DC number is L97269. So this is your DC number. You put your last name, your first name, monies and cent, and then a money order. And then my name goes here. And then you write in your address. You make the money order out to Department of Correction, and you send it here to Tallahassee, and then they will distribute the money out to them, okay, to these different entities or people. And $91.46. It started on October, so if you pay double, you can catch up, okay? But now this is where I said, like, say for instance, it comes a point you say, okay, I want to go on a family trip with my children, but you haven't made no payments, not really tried, and there's nothing to indicate, or you're behind on payments, then that we cannot allow you to go. Because when you're on probation, travel becomes a privilege, not a right, okay? Just to let you know that, so you'll be understanding on what probation is all about, because travel does become a privilege.
Is suspending the Constitution of Florida and the United States.
When you're on probation, certain rights are taken from you, and that's just the way it is, and everybody knows that. Okay, because it's just like I have a right to drive, but when I abuse those privileges, taken away from me. So there's
driving is a right, it's not a privilege. Traveling is a right, not a privilege.
If I violate the laws of the land in utilizing my driver's license, and I abuse it, and I don't follow the laws it's put in, then that right can be taken. And that's where you're at this point. Rights have been taken because now you're on probation. So there's certain rights that you do maintain, but there's certain rights that you no longer maintain until you get off of probation. Just like I have to come to your home, and I can come to your home unannounced. That's something that, before somebody comes to your home, you have to open the door. But on probation, that is part of it. Now, you can refuse to do probation and then find out what the judge will, you can talk to the attorneys about what y'all want to do. Probation. Hey. Who? Oh, I didn't know he was ever picked up. Okay, I can't do it right now because I'm with somebody, and it's going to be a few minutes. I have to do some more stuff. Okay. Okay, if I don't send about 4:30, give me a buzz, and if I don't answer, have them page me. I should do it, but I'm going to take out his file so I can remember, okay? I will. That's a good idea. Thank you. But I got to call up people, too, because I have to cover court tomorrow, so I got to start calling up these people. And if I don't have a chance to call them up, I just won't have the reports. Yeah, it's my reporting today. So, okay, all right, bye. Okay. Okay, I need you to sign right here and date it. You're signing saying that we went over these things on what you have to do. What are some things you want to work on while you're on probation?
What do you mean?
We do set up goals, like some goals that you may have. We do this with everyone. So what are certain goals that you have that you want to accomplish while you're on probation? Besides getting off of probation.
I don't have any goals as far as I don't understand the question really. What would I want to work on? I don't.
Yeah, what is something what about you don't have a job, so you want to look for employment? I mean, that's one of the things that you have to do when you're on probation, is look for employment.
No, I'm not looking for employment.
You have to on probation?
No, I'm looking to establish a aquaponics operation.
What's that?
It's growing fish in vegetation.
Okay. But you, at the meantime, you still have to seek employment when you're on probation. If you're seeking to start your own business, you can do that, but you have to bring in the steps that you're doing to take. Because that's just, remember I said that you have to have a job or seek? Okay. So, if a person doesn't have a job, then you have to show proof that you're trying to do this and you're trying.
Oh, you can assist me with getting a birth certificate because I don't have any ID, and they said you can't get a birth certificate without ID.
Well, no. There's people that go through the internet and they file for a birth certificate. So you have to file for it. It's like $50-some, and you file for a birth certificate. So there's tons of people that get their birth certificate without any ID. I already have some people that would do that. Okay. So we'll put to obtain birth certificate.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
And then to obtain employment, or you wanted to start your own business?
Correct.
Can you get it started within 6 months?
Possibly. That's what I'm going to Lee County for. That's what I'm going to Lee County for.
And I'm put to obtain employment. Then you have to do probation. That doesn't get started.
Yeah, I'm looking for employment as soon as I get my license reinstated.
Well, you have your Social Security number?
I've surrendered my social. Well, it's not mine; it's the government's.
You're gonna have to have Social Security Social Security card in order to look for employment. You know, don't put me in a bind now. You got to.
I have to. You're telling me I have to work with a Social Security number?
That's the only way a job is going to allow you, and that's the only way you're going to end up starting your own business. You can't even file for
you must didn't read my document.
Occupation.
You must didn't read my document that I left last week.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
This is your job.
You're stonewalling me. You know that.
But I'm not stonewalling you. I'm just going on because I do have other people to see. Okay, this right here, you're going to put the date and time, name of the company, and the number and the results. So if you go online looking for a job, you'll put the results on that. say for instance you're starting your own business, I need steps that you're doing to take to start your own business so that I can see that you're working on that. Come to me with this totally completed. If this is not totally completed, I do make you come back the next day with it completed. Okay? So you have to seek employment when you're on probation. When you're off probation, that's your business. But when you're on the probation, those are some of the requirements. That is part of your probation. And if you don't want to do probation, you may want to let them know, I don't want to do probation. And see what else way you can handle the situation that you're in.
Well, I don't want to do probation. I've made that clear.
I haven't met nobody that say, oh yes, I want to do, but I have met people that say I wanted to do probation, and I didn't want to get incarcerated. That's why I'm doing probation. This is your information on how to make your payments. Okay, let me call your mom real quick, and then we will.
Yeah, that's we're going to come up to the phone.
Can. No pressure. Please do that. Give me the key number.
Yeah.
And can you try this one again? We want you to finish it. Something, did you say? How does that help me?
Hello? Hello? What are the dates that you're leaving?
Thanksgiving. Be back Sunday.
Okay, I'm going to try to call one more time. Like somebody picked up or hung up. And if so, I need you to call and have your mom to call me.
Wait, let me see that real quick. Dr. Goon?
Because her mailbox is full and stuff.
I'll bring it to her.
Okay. Can you give your mom a call? Can you give me a caller now so we can see? Because the thing is, I won't be here tomorrow. And if this is not approved, it's not approved. And you're going to have to just call the OD tomorrow. I mean, you can call somebody else, but they may tell you no.
Okay. Well, the same thing is going to happen because he has one of those funky phone things.
Yeah, because the mailbox is full, so I can't leave a message.
Shit, it'll be the same.
So she won't pick up on you?
No.
Sometimes people don't pick up on numbers they don't know.
I
Because
tried
I do
to
the
call
same
him.
thing.
I tried to call him before I came.
Oh, okay. All right, so...
Yeah, you said it was full too. I'll call her, and usually the best time is like in the evenings, like 7.
Have her, well, see, I won't be here. So basically, because we need an address. You can ask for the officer of the day, and yeah, you can ask for officer of the day. I try to call her again right before I leave. That might be better. Probation. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, anyway, let me schedule for the next time.
Where's your number? Did you give it to me? I'm not. Yeah.
I gave you a card. You lost the card already?
Yep.
Okay, you need to keep my card so you'll know who's your probation officer. So when you come here, you'll sign in.
Because it looks like we're gonna meet on paper when it's not so one-sided.
Huh? Okay, So my reporting period for December is Wednesday, Thursday, Monday
December
through
what?
Thursday. Have December the 12th on Wednesday, December the 13th on Thursday, and then December the 17th and 18th, that's on Monday, Tuesday. Give me a time and date, and I'll tell you what I have available.
Evenings, preferably.
Okay, on the evening time, I have a 2 and 2:30 available December the 12th. The latest I can take somebody is, I can squeeze you in with somebody, and whoever come up first, just choose.
September?
No, December is 18th at 4:45 or at 3:30.
3:30.
3:30? Okay, and that's going to be December 18th. Who I have? 2:45 at 3 o'clock. Okay, this is your deal. I will see you then. Also, I will be giving you a call. Pick up your phone because I have to come by your place. I don't know when I'm coming by. So pick up your phone so I can find out time that you're there, tell you when I'm going to come by so you can stay there.
I have a problem with you coming into my home.
I have to as part of probation.
Do you know what it means to reserve your rights in the 9th and 11th Amendment of the Constitution?
You're on probation. And I told you certain rights are taken from you. But you can go ahead and reserve it, and you can say that you're not willing for me to come out there, but we have to go back to the judge. I have to take you back in front of the judge because you're not doing what's part of probation.
Or are you going to have me arrested and then go that way?
I have to do it that way.
Why do you have to do it that way? Why can't we have a mutual...
I can ask for it, but that's part of probation is do it that way. So the only way that we do it is that it's up to the judge.
Okay,
and the judge can order that we just do a time to meet.
Can you without strong arming me to
it's
put
part
me
of probation. I will have to do you like everybody else that I do.
But I'm not everybody else.
I treat everybody the same according to the same rules. I don't do favoritism.
But what I'm saying is since I'm having a problem, if we can schedule some type of hearing so we can resolve the problems without the threat of arrest.
It's not a threat. It's just part of probation on certain things, but it's not a threat.
Well,
I can see if I can handle it that way.
I would like that as a mutual
it's going to be up to the
consent
judge.
and being a human being.
It's not about that.
I'm not
it's
property
about
and I'm being treated as property.
It's not about that because I treat everybody according to fairness, and this is something that part of your probation. So what I will do is, I schedule time to meet with you, but if you don't want to do that, you're telling me right now you're not going to allow me to come out to your house.
I did not say that.
Okay. So if you're going to allow me to come out to your house, then we don't have a problem.
Okay. I just need my...
Now what you can do is you can always go back to the court yourself and have it where probation can't come to your house.
The court is the criminal agency I'm dealing with.
Well, those are...
And you're supporting that agency, and that's what's frustrating. I can produce all of the facts, law.
Okay. Let me let you speak to my...
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
This is Mr. Banks, Eddie Banks. You can have a seat.
Yes. I am interested in obtaining a copy of the oath of office and the public hazard bond.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know who I can call or...
You might want to consult with your attorney, but...
He is his attorney.
Oh, no, you come
Okay.
back this time. Yeah.
All right, I'll take her answer on the first one. Thank you. No, it's not necessary. Thank you. I just tried.
by your place.
All right. If you call off, there's a number I'll probably have to call you back because if I can't hear, I might be in a situation where I can't hear. So
Okay. All right.
leave a message.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.